fire, so he grabbed a fire extinguisher from the bodega and put out the flames. This happened just after 1:30 p.m. on West 119th Street at Lenox Avenue. It's unclear what caused the crash, but when police arrived, 4 people were unconscious and rushed to the hospital.
We've learned a lot. We've learned that meatloaf and Jenga can be more fun than reservations and box seats. That who's around your TV is more important than how big it is. That cars aren't for showing how far we've come, but for taking us where we want to go. We've learned that the best things in life don't cost much. And at Allstate, they don't cost.
110 down to Sandy Beach, Florida. Next, we're bumper to bumper over 210 on the super speedway. Yeah, come on!
Hey man, I tried calling you a couple times, thought I'd drop a VM since, well, we haven't spoken in a month. Just hope you listen to this to know you're not alone. I know things have been tough for you ever since the accident. I still worry for you, man. I mean, cracking open an IPA and watching hockey with you used to be our tradition. But last time we did, you just didn't seem to talk as much as you used to, and it worried me a little. Just know it wasn't your fault, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk anything, bro. Also know I miss your brother, too. Stay safe.
Hello there. Although what you just watched was a fictionalized dramatization, it is a very real portrayal of the struggles many who suffer from PTSD related to motor vehicle accidents have to go through. And in the USA alone, 25 to 33% of motor vehicle accident survivors suffer from PTSD after events. That is millions of people. Many who suffered a particularly traumatic event related to motor vehicle accidents commonly show signs of depression, worthlessness, emotional numbness to almost any event regardless of context, and a lack of joy experienced from hobbies they enjoyed prior to the accident. It can be debilitating enough to where people are unable to drive, or experience flashbacks and anxiety when confronted with sights, sounds, or smells related to vehicles. It is my belief that distracted driving is one of the most silent killers of the road, as it is easy for many to say they'll never drive when intoxicated, but it's even harder to admit when you have been driving distracted. Each year, approximately 8 to 9 of all fatal motor collisions in the U.S. were caused by distracted driving, and 14 of all car crashes involved improper use of a personal phone. But irregardless of whether a phone was involved or not, both do account for drivers who were distracted, coming together to around 23 of all vehicle fatalities. The key thing to always remember, though, is the value of a human life alone. We sometimes forget for seconds that we are driving with other humans on the road. Although we may not know them, we must always understand that they have their own lives, with family and friends. And the loss of a life in social circles can have a rift that affects everybody around. As 1 in 10 people are likely to attempt suicide when experiencing grief and loss in the aftermath of losing a friend or relative. Although looking behind you to speak or argue with a friend or relative, sending a text, or staring at a landmark or event while driving may not seem harmful in our own minds at the moment, the time it takes to end a life when driving recklessly while unaware can be terrifyingly quick. Just understand that once a human life is taken, it can no longer be taken back. And accidents like these can leave both parties damaged in more ways than one. Even if no deaths do happen, paralyzation or becoming crippled is very possible, and the costs of a lawsuit or being sued can result in potential bankruptcy. But at the end of the day, all we ask you to do is to remain hypervigilant when driving. Make sure you are going the correct speed limit by frequently checking your speedometer. Make sure you are always in the correct lane at all times. Always watch out for signs, crossing pedestrians, aloof drivers crossing into the wrong section, or possible street obstructions. And always remember this phrase. It's easy for us to say we won't drive intoxicated. It's even harder for us to admit when we have driven distracted.